Hey guys, so I thought I would share my evening routine with you. And tonight I'm going to use several different Mugwort products. And I've got Mugwort from every brand possible. Well, I've got three. I've got some from them, got some from Missha, got some from Isntree. So I'm just going to start out with their real Mugwort clay mask. I've got a couple of different masks. I've got this one, or I've got the I'm from Mugwort mask, which I really like, but I really like this one from Isntree because it's got a bit of a clay in it, and it has kind of a little bit of grit. So it feels just like a very, very mild exfoliation and a mask at the same time. And it really, when my skin is irritated, this one has really been helping calm it down, and as well as leaving it feeling nice and soft and smooth and hydrated and calmed down, which I could use right now because I'm not the calmest person with everything going on right now. So there we go. Okay, I really like this mask. Typically, I know you're probably much better off using a mask on a clean face and then just rinsing it off. But in a lot of my routines, I just like to apply the mask before I hop in the shower, leave it on when I'm in the shower, and then at the end of my shower, rinse the mask off and really quick cleanse. You're going to get better results if you do it before cleansing, but for me, it's just easier to, especially with my back having problems, it's easier for me just to apply it and then rinse it off and cleanse at the same time. You can do whatever you want. You're better off doing it the other way, but whatever makes it easier. So I just find I like using it this way. So this one's really nice. No fragrance in it. Do I have the box for it? I do. No fragrance, which is nice. It's got kaolin, which absorbs extra oil, panthenol, green tea extract, obviously the mugwort, Artemisia princeps, and then oat kernel extract, artichoke leaf, and some other goodies. Yeah. So I find it to be oil absorbing, but it doesn't dry out your skin the way some other ones can really dry your skin out. The one from the Inculus, their kaolin mask, if I put that one on, my skin will be dry for days to come, which for someone with drier skin isn't great. But for those with oily skin, it certainly works, and that's what it's supposed to do. So really like that mask. Typically what I do is I'll apply it and then leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes. They say leave it on 10 to 15, but just depends on what else I've got going on that day or if I'm really tired. So anyway, so mugworts, which is often listed on skincare products as Artemisia, is a powerhouse ingredient with a range of properties that make this ingredient a great fit for sensitive, acne-prone, and dry skin types. It's known for its antibacterial and antifungal, as well as anti-inflammatory properties. It soothes, heals, and nourishes the skin, helps to treat redness, psoriasis, and other skin sensitivities. Mugwort is also packed with antioxidants and vitamin E. For the longest time, I didn't buy into this whole mugwort thing, and I didn't try anything with mugwort really up until the last 4 or 5 months. I was very skeptical of it because it has a bit of a scent to it. So a lot of people say it has potentially irritating properties to it because of some of that natural fragrance to it. So for a long time, I kind of just sat on the sidelines, didn't try anything, didn't really comment much on it either way. Although I know a lot of you were mentioning you're using this mugwort and this and that and really having great experiences with it. And finally, my mind led me to PubMed, where I just did tons of research on it. And overall, I found that it really can help calm the skin down, heal it, soothe it, things like that. Although some people could have sensitivities to it, and some people with very sensitive skin. There's so many different types of mugwort, so it might be worth trying out a few different types and seeing which one works for you better. I think the Missha one uses the Artemisia princeps. I think that I'm from uses a different version. Well, they use Artemisia princeps as well. So anyway, but there are several different kinds of it. So it's worth playing with it. And certain extracts and things like that are heavier scented than others too. I found the Missha Time Revolution mugwort essence. I found this one to be a little bit too heavy on the scent, but I had perfect luck so far with the I'm From. Go figure. I don't know why, but... And for some reason, my skin just seems like it loves like every Isntree product. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to call that 5 minutes and rinse this off. And then I'm going to cleanse with the Isntree Mugwort Spot Saver Powder Wash, which I've used and I really like it. It's kind of has a little bit of an exfoliating feel to it, like a little bit of a scrubby feel, a little bit of a foamy feel to it as well. It feels really nice on my skin. If any of you guys tried the nude skincare brand, which was at Sephora probably like 5 years ago, they had a powder foaming cleansing wash, and this one reminds me quite a bit of it. And I don't know, that brand, I think it was bought by another company, and then they just never have done anything with it. Why do I always reseal these stupid things? I always like pick them apart, and then I like re-staple it on, like somehow the cap's gonna get lost. Instead, it just ends up being a gooey mess. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to open this ahead of time because when you have wet hands, they're not easy to tear open. Last time, I think I had to use a scissor, which was annoying because I was already in the shower. Okay, there we go. I got it open with my bare hands. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse off and then I use the powder wash. So I'm going to try and go as fast as I can, but maybe if cameraman looks at this, he can speed it up. Unless he finds it riveting and maybe you guys will like watching it. I don't know. Let me fix this guy. 1, 2. 1, 2. Da-da-da. Okay. And Ike is on the floor behind me. You probably can't see him, but he's always behind me somewhere. Somewhere behind me. Usually behind me somewhere. Always somewhere behind me. That's hot. We don't like hot. Ike left. He got bored. And no matter what I do, it is impossible to wash your face in a sink without making a giant mess. Just not possible. Okay, so I really like that cleanser. So now I'm going to take a cotton pad and I'm going to soak up some of the I'm From Mugwort essence onto it. This one really comes out slowly. Okay. I microneedled yesterday. I don't know. It's like immediately after microneedling, I look like I got in like a car accident or something. I don't know how else to explain it. Immediately after microneedling, bloody, it's red. I look like I'm massively sunburnt. And then the next day, it looks, my face I feel like looks a little bit better. I don't know. Go figure. And then my face will be back to normal like the next day and just look normal. So, there we go. So it feels really nice and hydrating and soothing. And I like it. Can't believe I waited so long to actually finally get into mugwort. Because it really can be soothing. Although you just got to make sure to use it in a well-balanced routine with other good things, because there's no one ingredient that can do everything. You need to really include lots of good things. Your skin needs minerals, vitamins, peptides, antioxidants. So there's really no one thing that can do it all, but we come close. So, okay, so after that, I'm going to apply the Time Revolution Missha Mugwort. I'm just going to say Mugwort Ampule. And I don't have a mugwort serum, I don't think. So this is going to kind of act as my serum for today. I found with ampules that some of them work well in certain places of my routine. You know, typically I think you're supposed to use an ampule after a serum and before a moisturizer, but I've just found with certain ampules, they just work better in certain spots, like the Isntree C niacin ampule, which I love. I use that right after cleansing. I use it as an essence, really, because it's so light and it soaks in so quickly. And I found that if you apply it any other time, it just is too light and it kind of can pill. So I found with that ampule, it works great right away. And I don't know, I guess this one I found works great as well. So there we go. So I'd say it's pretty much soaked in. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply my different, which is not K-Beauty, but what are you going to do? It's a Dappling gel, which I find is a retinoid, which helps prevent clogged pores, and also I use it for its anti-aging abilities, which are not proven nor studied, but I'm pretty certain this helps. So I'm going to keep using it. And if you're in the US, you can get it over the counter. If you're not in the US, you can't. Unfortunately, I don't know. At some point, it would be almost nice to have like a one authority throughout the whole world, or I guess that, I don't know. It'd be nice just to have like a centralized place that was in charge of sunscreen approvals. Like, I mean, why is it in the US we can't have any great sunscreens, but everyone else in all the other countries can? It's kind of unfair. I don't know. Then again, if we had one person in charge of maybe of all of it, and they were like, they didn't like any other sunscreens, then that would be bad, I guess, if they hated everything else. So, I don't know. Another good Mugwort mask is the I'm From Mugwort Sheet Mask, which I typically apply this one, and then I go sit down for a while. I find it does fit my face nicely, but sheet masks are just so hit or miss. Like, either they're the worst and they fall right off, or they're the best and they mold right on. You could use them for 8 hours, or they're kind of just in between that stage of being really great and really awful. Or sometimes the ingredients are great, but the actual like mask itself isn't. So you just can't win with everything. So, okay, so I got that on there. Okay. So I think I'm going to apply, I did that. I might apply a little bit of vitamin C to my routine, and then I think I'm pretty much good. So lately I've been using the Vichy Lift Active Peptide C. I'll have to review those soon. I did a first impressions, but not the full review. And if you have very sensitive skin, be cautious if you use Differin and vitamin C close to each other. I have pretty sensitive skin and my skin handles it, but just FYI. You don't want to mess with it too much, especially if you're newer to vitamin C or newer to retinols. You can just increase the potential for catastrophe, and we don't want any beauty catastrophes. Okay. But I do love this little container for the vitamin C. It's like that brand, it's like BABOR. They've got all these little ampules, but they don't have any container like this. And then it's like you've just got an ampule sitting there. Maybe other newer stuff they've done that differently. I don't know. Okay, and to finish off, I'm going to finish off with the Isntree Mugwort Cream. I'm From also has, that's the mask, their Mugwort Cream, which I like, but I just find this one to be less noticeable scent, and it just smooths over my skin so nicely. I just absolutely love it. And it plays well with other products. When I go crazy with my evening routine and layer a gazillion layers on, it plays well with all of them. No pilling, no issues like that. So, but yes, never rely too much on any one thing. I think that's true for all of life, actually. Never put all your eggs into one basket, I guess, is the saying. And don't. Because you just never know if the wolf is going to come and eat the eggs. Is that like a fairy tale or a kid's story? The wolf that ate all the eggs that were in one basket? I don't know. Okay. There we go. And I've got a couple really dry patches, so I'm going to use A little bit of the I'm From Mugwort Spot Gel on those. I find it helps calm them down. It doesn't really help them go away, but it helps calm them down. It also gives them just a little bit of boost of moisture as well. And also kind of just helps them while you're resting or whatever you're doing. So anyway, so that was kind of fun. You know what? I'll have to do this again. And because there's a couple more Mugwort products I really want to pick up. I wonder if I have the I'm From Mugwort Serum. Do they have that? I'm going to have to check it out. The I'm From is so hit or miss because some of their products are amazing and some of them are just not what you expect. Like their ginseng serum, it's very florally scented. Which using their honey mask, I just didn't think that they would put like crazy floral perfumes in some of their stuff. But they did with that one. So anyway, you know, my skin feels nicely hydrated. Like I can actually go to bed just like this, even though normally I apply a gazillion layers. Feels hydrated enough that, well, other than the lack of an eye cream, but I'll maybe put a little bit of extra moisturizer around there. But otherwise, I feel pretty nicely hydrated and good to go. And this was probably one of my faster routines. And it probably helps that I didn't factor in any lasering. I take 5 days on with the laser. Here it is again. I know I've showed it all to you. Do 5 days on and then 2 days off and then 5 days on and 2 days off. I think you do it for like 2 months. And I will say I've been using it between my eyes where I get wrinkles and it's been helping, and then around my eyes. I think it's helping. And it's better for all the pain that it causes. Because I'm a wimp. It's got like 2 levels. And I'm still only on the first level. And I've been using it off and on for like 4 years. I'm never going to get to that level high. Unless I have some like major, I don't know, major like whiskey or something beforehand. I don't know. It would take something pretty crazy to make me not feel that crazy amount of pain. So I'm sure there's a trick. I'll figure it out. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys if you have any Mugwort favorites. So leave a comment. I love hearing from you. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys.